So the pedals are they real?
Yes, everything is real.
Everything is real?
Everything is real. The stick, actually, the joystick you can see here, and the throttle that's next to your left hand are actually copies of what you can find in an A-10, a US aircraft.
Just pop in the Intel meeting room over here, as there's nobody here around. What I noticed, let me get this camera right, what I noticed today is that much of the stuff here at the whole exhibition floor is about virtual reality when flying drones, virtual reality at a fire station, virtual reality in cars. It's virtual reality at Intel as a trainings program, virtual reality in a fighter jet. It's virtual reality everywhere. This event is very much dominated by virtual reality. I'm gonna leave the meeting room of Intel right now. My interview is just over there. You probably would say, well, what is Mach 3 management? It has to do with speed, right, Pierre? Or ATE, by the way, because...
Absolutely, yeah. Mach 3 means 3 times the speed of sound, and exactly. I choose this name because I used to fly Rafale, so a jet, supersonic jet for the French Navy. And basically when you're flying at Mach 1.5, which is what you usually do in combat, and the other guy is at Mach 1.5, so closure rate is Mach 3. So it's 30 miles per minute of closure speed.
30 miles per minute?
Per minute. So
that's pretty damn fast.
That's why you have to take decisions very fast, exactly.
Okay, so you have to be very efficient with communications as well. You need to make decisions fast, you need to communicate very efficiently, right?
Exactly, because you're moving one to another one at about 600 meters to 1000 meters per second. So every second counts. It's very important. It really can make a decision, a difference. So we really want to take decisions as fast as possible. We usually fly as a team, so as a team leader I have to give orders to my other wingmen, and I have to tell them I want you to do that type of technique or this one. And a 3 to 5 second lag can maybe make a huge difference between life and death.
Exactly. Pierre, when we talk about ways of communication in a jet fighter, that's different than police communications. How different is it? Because you got kinds of options, is it?
Absolutely. We basically have 2 options. I'm flying single seat, so I'm alone in my cockpit. I'm always flying as a team with a wingman, so there are 2 of us. There is 2 ways I can communicate with him. First way is with unsignaled, which is pretty old school and not very efficient, and you have to be very close. The way we use the most is radio communications. Mm-hmm. So we either use VHF or UHF radios, or we can use crypted radios. So we have different type of crypting radios. Yeah. It can encode the codes, and basically what we do is we use crypted radios over enemy territory, and we use VHF or UHF radios in training.
So, and how important is latency for you guys?
It's extremely important. When you come in, you're diving towards the objective, let's say for a gun pass, you're going to request permission from the troops on the ground to shoot, make sure you're aiming at the right target, and it's a matter of 2 or 3 seconds. If you don't have the good communication going between your aircraft, the guys on the ground, and you have their response, you're going to have to abort the pass. You won't be able to deliver the munition on the enemy, and it might be life or death issue for the guys on the ground.
You have virtual reality solution here as well, right? You train with that? Is that correct?
Exactly. We do use virtual reality to bring to the corporate world an experience that was inaccessible before. You couldn't fly in a jet like that just to get training. It's about €30,000 an hour to fly in a Rafale, so it's not very accessible. and plus there is a lot of physical constraints. So what we do is we share all the techniques, all the way we communicate with each other in an aircraft and in a fighter pilot environment. We share it with the corporate world using VR because it's extremely immersive. And believe me, I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't sold on the way it works. It's really awesome.
Let's try them.
We'll give it a try.
All right, okay, good. So the pedals are they real?
Yes, everything is real.
Everything is real.
Everything is real. The stick, actually, the joystick you can see here, and the throttles that's next to your left hand, are actually copies of what you can find in an A-10, a US aircraft.
Okay, let's see what happens here. I can fly already.
Yeah.
So I can go faster. Wow, this is now I can see a lot of buttons here, a lot of measurement instruments, everything around it here is here, and I can imagine you get confused when you also need to communicate very efficiently, very fast, and you see all these meters here. It's kind of interesting to see what a jet fighter is experiencing here. So I'm now going to dive very fast, and I pull up. Whoa! Now I'm crashing. Oh, I'm crashing. No, I'm not crashing. I'm pulling up.
There we go. Yeah.
That is interesting. I thought I was crashing the plane actually.
Did a good job recovering the aircraft. Yeah.
So I'm now getting the notification and I'm very low flying above the trees.
Have you eject
the chair?
Eject, no, you say just in VR. So, and there you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is...
So you can look above your head, you're going to see your parachute.
Oh, I see my legs hanging. I see the parachute up there. And what is happening there? Oh, there is something on the ground. Oh, that's my
that
jet.
might be your jet, yeah.
That's my jet over there on the ground. So cool. This is so extreme cool. Virtual reality is being used in actually virtually everywhere. And that is what's so nice about virtual reality. You really got a feeling, you really got a hang of it, what you need to do in a combat situation, in a fire situation. I really can understand why virtual reality is taking such a flight. Okay, I feel a little bit sick right now. It's in my stomach.
It's absolutely normal, yes. Actually, in the military, when we do simulator training, we're not allowed to fly for 3 hours after the simulator training.
I can imagine, because your head is going a different way than your stomach.
Absolutely, yeah. It tricks your...
Can you imagine your head is going a different way and then your stomach? It's very difficult to explain, but it's kind of... I think I need a coffee.
Fastest growing and largest new business district in Europe. When it is completely built out, there'll be about 25 million